people really want to know how do you this is two-part question. How do you met
Mhm.
Lapeef and what made you guys fall out? Or not fall out, but what made you leave Lapeef Network? Go right ahead.
I feel comfortable answering that. So, like most people, when Kevin Samuels did the average at best, that caught like hellfire across the internet. And so the more you was deep diving into Kevin Samuels and what his platform was and what he was speaking on, then other content start popping up in your feed. So when I followed the Lapeef content, I was like, oh, they from the crib. And then there was, one brother from Detroit. Oh, snap. Okay. And I'm on record, like I love Detroit. So I was like, oh, this home team. So again, I'm all black, everything, all support. I'm loyal to a fault and a ridiculous supporter. Right. So when first started happening, this is how I got on. I would tune in and be dumbing out in the comments. I would act a plumb fool in the comments, cussing Tawana out 7 ways to Sunday. Um, and then when they had the call in portion, E Black would always call in and be like the first to get through. And so there was a couple times I called in and got into it with Tawana. And then I found out about the Facebook group. So I went in the Facebook group and started acting a fool. And then JR reached out to me one time about coming on. Or maybe, yeah, no, he reached out to me about coming on one time. Came up, did my thing, and I felt like I had a bad performance. So I hit him back and said, hey, I need a do-over. Like, I need to run that back. And he brought me back. And I think maybe after the third time of bringing me back, he was like, hey, do you want to do this on a regular basis? And, we'll work out what that looks like for you. And that's how I went. That's how I went. Jr. is man. Jr. is my guy. Like salute to that brother. Proud of what he's
Shout
been
out to
able to do.
JR.
Yeah, proud of what he's built. And then if you know him, like he's a one of the biggest things that I learned from Jr. in this space. And let me tell everybody that keep dragging his name and talking about him. I was surprised to see him even respond to Yanni or Yanni, whatever her name is. That is not like him. And he would not have responded if he didn't have somebody in his ear telling him to do so and they thought that was the right thing to do. And even then they had his best interest at heart. So it wasn't nothing malicious or nefarious. But JR don't give no fucks about what people be saying about him, G. And that was one thing I had to learn is like you can't listen to what people say in this space. You can't read the chat and take that stuff serious. Like you got to be singularly focused on your mission and your plan and what you got going on and what you doing.
But quick question.
That other stuff don't
But
matter.
quick question: the situation with Yanni, do you think that messed up his network, the Lapeef network?
Yes, yes, yep. Because I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
why. Because even if you say you not man us fear, y'all notice how I said
Yes.
that? Even when you say that, but you say you man us fear adjacent or whatever, however you try to distance yourself from that sector, you're still considered a part of that sector. So for all those views that was coming on the platform and all the views that was being espoused regarding women, uh, that showing it kind of almost looked, and I'm just being honest, Jared, my man, I love him, but it almost looked like you were like she made him acquiesce and bow down to her. And I think the ladies were like, they were taken aback, and I think some of the dudes were taken aback. So I don't want to speculate too far, but you can tell like that was one of the things that kind of hurt the channel. Not even when the channel got taken down, because for everybody that was celebrating when the channel got taken down, the channel was back like in less than 48 hours.
Which is a
There was
fact.
one of the
Hmm.
it was one channel that we was into this quote unquote beef with at the time. They did a whole stream and was celebrating, and before they could finish their stream, the channel was back up. So it's like, but I'm just saying to give JR his flowers and everything, man. That is one thing that I absolutely had to learn from bro is to, man, be focused on what you saying on your platform and what you got going on, and don't be focused on what everybody else saying, because that chitter chatter gonna come and go. It really is.
Hey, I got a question
Oh, wait, hold on, because I don't want to deprive Ron, because I know what he asked me. It was messy ass. I know what you asked me,
No, no,
so
I mean no.
no, I'm messing with you, Ron.
I mean,
I'm messing with you, G. We good.
I know we good. I know we good because I know you
Yeah,
always here with the
yeah.
fuckery. But I'm just saying that.
No,
I,
because I don't speak on it much. I don't speak on it much, and at this, like, a lot of time has passed, so I can speak on it comfortably, and I can use my
no,
words
because I see
correct
you
to
that you
convey
was
what
one
I'm
of the
saying.
I see that you was like one of the pioneers of Lapeef. Like Hakeem said, like people actually tune in because of you. Of course,
That's love.
Anton, of course, Logic, but you guys were like the pioneers of
Yeah, man.
Lapeef.
And listen, I got love for Logic. That is my
Me
brother.
too.
The Logic that y'all see, he Logic is a real dude, man. Like, in I'm talking about in real life. That's a real brother, man. Like, straight up, real solid dude. Real AT alien. This fat ass. Um,
Well, he's a
but
betrayer. He's in Germany now, so he betrayed us. He's right now in Germany. You give Germany all the
well,
black wealth over there.
and let me say this: when I say Logic a fat ass, Logic is nowhere near fat. He just got a fat face. And if you remember the episodes that and Andrea came on, she was calling him a fat ass,
Yeah,
right? And when we met up in Atlanta and she got to see him in person, it was like, oh, like, he's nowhere near fat. Logic is like a skinny dude, man. He's a skinny dude, but he just got a fat face. So,
you
and
said
you'll
it.
see from time to time, like, when we get up there, like, you see, if you see me with Courtney, or you see me and Kayla get up, or whatever, when you see a bunch of us in the same space at the same time, you can see some of that chemistry come back together. So it was a moment in time. But let me just be clear on why.
Oh, did he froze? Or did I freeze?
I
No,
don't
I
know.
think he froze. He froze.
He froze because he's driving.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
the signal and everything.
To Mount Greenwood. Hold on, did I come back in?
Yeah, you came back in.
Yeah,
Yes.
you come back
Yeah,
in.
you in.
Go ahead.
Hold on, because I'm driving through Mount Greenwood. Hold on, let me make this turn real quick.
Okay.
Um, I was saying some goofy dust ball was sitting on this panel talking about some. He thought I was taking a shot at him, and I wasn't. And he was like, "I'm glad Lapeef kicked you off." And I'm like, "Fam, number one," and this is when I say sometimes, dudes be sounding like they mother, right? Yeah. He was emotional, and I get it, because in that space it would have been hard for me to tell too. Like, everybody was coming at him, and I guess what I said and the way I said it, I get it, but I wasn't coming at dude. He was like, "I'm glad Lapeef kicked you off," and I'm like, "Yo, fam, you bugging if you think Jr. kicked me off." Like, and I'm not saying that he couldn't or wouldn't. If I wasn't adding value to the space, I would have kicked myself off. But essentially, is what happened. I believe as men, we got to stand for something. Like, we got to stand on principle for something. And I had behind the scenes, we had been having a number of conversations about conduct, professional conduct. Um, how to behave and conduct ourselves, what image we were portraying to the audience at large, and just being mindful of those things, right? And so that's why when you look at the very last show that I was on, and people was like, Jr. came in and asked me about my opinion, and I kind of blew up. Um, that was from frustration, because we had been doing this shit for too long to continue to keep acting the same way. It's like every week it was the same old, same old, same old. But essentially, when my homeboy Darnell was up there and niggas was trying to clown him and act all, like, it was just too messy, and I had got fed up to that point, and it was just like, you know what? Let me slide to the side. Let me slide to the side and make sure that if anyone is eating off my name, it's gonna be me. And that's just what that was, fam.
Preach.